This time by race fans, we're going to do just as we did for the Jags cars. These drivers worked hard just to make the starting field with a great field of cars. Everybody get up on your feet, coming off of turn 4, final race of this Friday evening. This portion of the Winchester 400 weekend. Wave them off. What a field of cars gathering for the Cooley Construction 20. Thank you very much, race fans. Drivers appreciate it as we appreciate them getting ready to go for this 20-lapper. Stephanie Bigelow and Greg Isbell coming to the green. Cooley Construction 20 ready to go. Who's going to bring home the checkered? Green flag is out. We are underway. Good start down in 4. Isbell into the lead. Into the second spot, the 6 of Chris Jennings. Oh, up the track goes Stephanie Bigelow. She gets into the wall. Look out behind her, beside her as cars scoot by, but Bigelow gets into the wall. One lap in. 19 to go, Cooley Construction 20-lapper. Ready for a restart. Chris Jennings now on the inside lane. Green is out. Isbell a little sluggish on the start. She's on the swing sideways. Field backing up towards the back. Look out. 3, almost 4 wide down into the first turn. But we stay clean and green. Down the back stretch. New leader Chris Jennings. 4 second. Ryan James on the inside of Greg Isbell. Oh, look out. Claiborne up the banking. Had to check up to avoid contact with the 33 of Jess Drook. Trying to take that third spot from James away. James on the low side of Drook for third. James sideways in the bottom lane. Drops back into the 5th spot. Slides back up into the outside lane. One car slow on the backstretch. It's the number 20, Ryan Barrett. The 20 car, Ryan Barrett, heading to the pits. Leading the way, the number 6 of Chris Jennings. Isbell, Drook, Claiborne, James, rest of the top 5. 114 of Mark Jennings. He's in the top 10 right now. All that Mark Jennings needs to do is finish in the top 10 to clinch the championship, but he loses a spot on the backstretch. His car does seem to be a little bit off the pace. Slavey in the 91, the 86 of Marquis moving over for the leaders. Chris Jennings leading the way. Trouble on the front stretch. Spillers goes into the wall. Hard into the wall, Ryan Spillers in the 38X. Got the radiator on that one, putting some fluid down. Second caution comes 1 lap shy of the halfway mark. Nine laps in, 11 laps to go. It is the leader, Chris Jennings, coming to green. Greg Isbell in second on the inside lane. We are back underway. 1 lap from halfway. Here comes Claiborne up into the second spot. Eddie Claiborne up into second. .114 of Mark Jennings continues to fall backward, flirting with falling out of the top 10. Racing with Steve Vore, one of his point challengers. Vore. Jennings could get up to the outside lane. So far hasn't done so, now does on the front stretch. Look out. This could be rough down into the corner. Look out! And Jennings goes into him, and that was your point leader, Mark Jennings. Mark Jennings came into this race with a point lead. I don't think he's going to leave this race with a point championship. Unfortunate break for Mark Jennings. He needed to finish in the top 10 to clinch tonight. And he's heading to the pits. Nine laps to go. Chris Jennings trying to win the race and the championship. In car number 6, the green flag is out. For the second spot, Claiborne holds it, but not for long. Brian James into the second spot. Slavey, caution flag is out. Yellow flag out for a spin involving the number 91, Brian Slavey. So Chris Jennings, Brian James up front, row 2, Eddie Claiborne and Greg Isbell. Brian Martin, Jess Strook in row number 3. Aaron Teagarden, Steve Vore in row number 4. Vore in that 8th place restarting position was actually tied with the number 6 of Jennings coming into the event for second in points, so he's got a shot still. Green flag is out. James for a moment into the lead. Fighting back is Jennings. Jennings off of turn number 2, pulling forward. Still trailing James by a little bit. Down into turn number 3. Middle of the corner. Up to speed now, Chris Jennings. And Jennings will lead the lap. 13 and 7 to go. Chris Jennings out front. James still working hard on the inside lane. 6 laps to go. James, if he could just clear him, get to that high lane, I think he would be in good shape. So far he can't. At the line though, he does lead. Lap number 14. Jennings forward again. Half car length advantage. Chris Jennings. Still a good battle for that number 1 spot. Good battle for the lead. James on the inside, Jennings on the outside. Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. a white Chevy Impala, UVE 319, white Chevy Impala. You need to move immediately. You're blocking a hauler. White Chevy Impala, UVE 319. Still going at it for the number 1 spot. Who's going to win this one? Jennings wants to take the win. It looks like he's going to take the championship if he finishes this race where he is now, or even close to it. As Mark Jennings, his uncle, has fallen out of the race at the line. It was James, the leader at the line. James up the banking, checks up a little bit. Jennings now falls into second as James will be able to close the door. Brian James out front, the leader. Jennings second, Isbell third, Claiborne fourth, Drook in fifth. 2 laps to go. White flag gonna wave this time for Brian James in the number 26. Slower traffic ahead. Will this play a part in this one? Coming off of 4. James boxed in a little bit, gets around Slavey on the front stretch. Jennings still within striking distance. Should be clean to the finish though for James. To the check-it of Justin Brown coming off of turn number 4. This, Cooley Construction 20 to Brian James. Chris Jennings second, but the championship he claims. 66 of Greg Isbell, 17 of Eddie Claiborne, and 33 of Jess Drook. Your attention, ladies and gentlemen, a white Chevy Impala, the license plate number UVE 319, Indiana plates. UVE 319, white Chevy Impala. You are blocking in a trailer. Must move immediately. Thank you. Get a word with the winner in a moment.